adventures have started. It says Tokyo International Airport, but this is Haneda. And we love coming here because it's close to Tokyo. And we also love coming here because they have an observatory that you can come and see all the airplanes and all of the little amazing vehicles that make aviation possible. You feel like you could just pick them up like a little Tonka truck and move them around, and you're at that perfect distance of everything seems real small and amazing. I could own all of them right now at this size. Just hanging out at the Books and Drugs. It's 12:35. It said 0:35, so I had to think about like what that meant. It's 12:35, and our flight leaves at 2 a.m. to go to Seoul, and that's only 2 hours away, or like it's not very far away, and that basically means we're pulling an all-nighter because we're gonna stay up until 2 to get on the plane, and why would you go to sleep when you're sitting in Seoul? So we're just gonna stay up all night. And I just came out of the Books and Drugs, and at the Books and Drugs, I told her I don't need a bag. Like, I don't need a plastic bag. I've been really, really trying to not like waste plastic, and it's a very cute bag. I like it.
What did you buy?
Oh, I can take it out. I just can't consume it. I got some hard candy because I have a project I'm gonna work on the plane, and I just want I wanted a lollipop, but there's no lollipops here. So I got some hard candy, yogurt flavored. And I told her, you know, I don't need a plastic bag. I'm trying not to plastic all the time because it's just getting overwhelming. There's plastic bags everywhere in my life, at work, at home, in my bag. I guarantee you I've got at least 3 plastic bags on me right now. I'm not even joking.
Just get to the point.
Plastic bags, dude. I got too many. Anywho, so I was like, I don't need a plastic bag, and she explained to me in Japanese, you need a plastic bag, and then I was just like, I don't understand. She said a whole bunch of stuff. And so she said, you know, since it's duty-free, my candies are duty-free, she has to put it in a bag, and she had to put this sticker on it that says, you are not allowed to consume this until you have left Japan. So now there is a time limit.
Is gonna show up.
There's a time limit on my hard candies. I have to wait. The anticipation is killing me.
Let me ask you a question. Do you like stop?
Do I like what?
Do you like to stop?
At the duty-free shop. I do. Actually, no, I don't, because now I have to wait, and I got plastic that I didn't want. I would more than happily pay the consumption tax to not deal with this.
I like to shop at the duty-free shop.
I like to stop at the duty-free shop.
Which one?
Why would you rhyme shop when you could rhyme shop with stop?
I don't know. This is what George said.
Kramer.
Kramer? No, George said it first.
Kramer. Oh my God.
Is it Kramer?
We are so betting on this. Gentleman's bet. I followed the rules, and we are off the ground now, so I'd consider us out of Japan. Maybe not airspace-wise, but whatever. I'm gonna enjoy my snack now. Consumption tax-free. Good morning.
It's like 4:30 now, and I slept a little bit on the airplane because I'm like, I can sleep anywhere. That's like my superpower. I decided like this is falling asleep like one of those goats. Everything's about goats these days. We've walked out of all of the immigration and customs and blah blah blah, all that stuff. And it's very easy right now because there's like one plane here and it's us, so the lines are really short. And something that's fascinating about Korea compared to Japan is we walked up and we found an ATM and it's not closed. In Japan, the ATMs close at night and you're always just like, what the hell is this? But we have no Korean money, none. And we have to get from the airport into the city, and that requires Korean money to pay for the fares and all that stuff. If this machine doesn't work, then we're stranded. I'm pretty sure it's going to work because Korea is a pretty modern country and the thing says international ATM. So let's give it a go. So this thing looks like it's from like the future, kind of. It's like looks kind of like a Japanese ATM. I don't know, what do ATMs look like in America? Aren't they all ghetto with like that screen that if you look at it a little bit off, you can't read it? Like it's all sun bleached and like the buttons are hard to push and stuff. Isn't that how ATMs in America are? They
don't use ATMs.
Well, they used to.
I used one.
Before everybody used credit cards. You did. You went to America and used an ATM because you forgot everybody uses debit. So let's see what happens here. Whoa, I can't read that. English. Alright. Continue. Domestic card? Domestic
that is
card?
all that you
domestic
get.
Card.
It's a domestic Japanese card. No. It's domestic English card.
Is it domestic card English?
Sorry.
Is that what that means? Cash advance withdrawal? I guess.
Yeah, let's do that.
The verbiage is always different, you know? Please check that the card service is not yet in service.
Alright, that's one down.
Okay, that's one ATM that didn't work. This one looks like it's from a different bank.
I really enjoyed that it was right next door. Yeah. You literally had to walk around this barrier to get there.
I think I put the card in backwards. Whoa!
Whoa, it was a dancy card.
Alright, let's try it that way. Alright, continue. Foreign languages, yes, that's us. Foreign card. English. Select the desired transaction. Cash advance, cash withdrawal, I think is what we usually use, right?
Cash withdrawal, yeah.
Yeah, checking account or savings account, which one?
And somebody, checkings.
Okay. Alright, I gotta hide the pin.
Okay, alright.
Continue.
Just
Alright,
make
we
sure.
Alright. It's 1111.
Definitely 1111.
Okay, how many won do we need to get? This is always a question.
Oh gosh, we should have thought of. Okay, so there's 1,000 to $1.
It's.
Let's go with
close.
20,000.
How much is that? That's like
$200 bucks.
Okay, how about? I can only do 10 or 30. Let's just do 10.
Well, that's only $100. You might as well do 30.
You think we'll spend $300 here?
Yeah.
What was yelling at me? Okay, all right. There's going to be a $3 fee. Whatever. Our bank refunds us all international fees. Who cares? All right. Starting end.
Oh, that's a good sound.
That sounds like money. All right. Bam.
Ooh.
Cha-ching. All right.
Oh,
now the next
green.
question is: are they as good with money here as far as like giving you? Can you spend a big bill at a place? Do they have change everywhere like they do in Japan, or is it like America, where if you hand somebody a big bill, they're like, "I can't break that. You got to buy a magazine and a candy bar and all that stuff." But I'm tired. Let's find the subway. Is the subway even running?
It starts at 5:20.
Oh, so we have about an hour. Oh well.
A little less than that, and we still have to find it.
Yeah, and then we got to figure out how to buy a magazine and some candy.
Yeah.
All right, so when we said that it can be confusing to deal with like new currencies and stuff when you come to a new country, we totally screwed up earlier. We thought we were pulling out like $300 or something. It was $30. So we're almost out of money, but we have we have our like a little card that gets you on the train system and stuff. And I got something that looks breakfast-esque. I don't know if this is probably not breakfast, but it's gonna be breakfast for me because I'm very hungry. And I went into the convenience store and I was like, man, it looks like Japan in here, but I can't read none of this. So I found something that had a little bit of English on it, and it says it's spicy chicken and sweet chicken, and I'm gonna apologize right now. The pronunciation is gonna be a disaster. Gimbab, so Gimbab, and I know that's gimbap. Is that how it's said? I don't know. I knew this is a thing. I've heard that word before, but I don't know. It looks like maki.
Whoa, that was so cool that it just split into two.
Yeah. So it just splits into two pieces like that. It's really cool packaging. And I don't know, man.
Wow.
Ooh, and it's sliced.
It was like a push pop of sushi. That was great.
Definitely Korean.
Did you get the sweet or the spicy?
Spicy. Definitely spicy. It was pretty exciting. I wouldn't call I don't think I made the right decision for breakfast, but I didn't really sleep last night, so we can just call this like a really, really, really late dinner. And then
What does Taco Bell call that?
legit.
It's like fourth meal?
Fourth meal? Yeah, my fourth meal.
There we go.
So this is kind of interesting. We got on the subway to leave the airport, and the very first thing that I saw on their TVs was this, like, I'm gonna go as far to say propaganda about an island dispute between Japan and Korea, and like it's like saying like Japan knows the truth, and like things about like documents that were signed after World War II, and how Korea has used like the islands from historic times and stuff like that. And the thing that's really notable about it is it's in English. Like, who are they talking to? Like, they're talking to us. Like, they're trying to convince us about like that situation between the countries. They're not trying to convince Japanese people because it was in English. Like, what's going on there? When you go to Japan, you don't see things like that in the other direction. Like, I've never noticed anything like that. Like, where they're bickering about like territorial disputes and stuff between like their neighboring countries on the train coming from the airport in English. Weird. I'd also like to point out at the same time that they're showing this this video, they're making announcements in Korean, English, and Japanese, like for the train stops and stuff. So like, on one hand, welcome Japanese people. On the other hand, if you can read English, those are our islands, give them back. Check out my new gal.
Oh, you don't know about this gal?
Is there another gal? Oh, look at her. Oh, dang, girl. Yeah, ladies everywhere. I'll deal with the propaganda for the ladies. And turn like this a little bit, okay? Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna have you open your eyes in a second, and then you are going to cancel everything you have planned, and we're gonna do whatever's on this wall, okay?
Sounds good.
Alright, open your eyes. Is this what we're doing today? It's raining, but look at this feature.
Yeah, that dog looks like he can get through anything.
That guy is the strongest bicycler in the world.
Yeah. He can carry 5 kids and a dog. That's impressive. When you go to the drugstore in Japan and you buy feminine products, they always want to put it in like this concealed bag. And to me, the concealed bag says feminine products. Then the mind can wander to what possible feminine products you got, instead of just being like, this is the feminine product I got, or putting it in a bag with many other things, and then no one suspects a feminine product. Here, screw it. It's in the vending machines. You need a tampon, you get a tampon. You need some mouthwash and a condom.
For a zebra?
For a zebra? Yeah. You can know about my feminine products.
Usually, I mean, this is not, correct me if I'm wrong, but feminine products in a bathroom in a vending machine is not that odd, right?
It's going to be empty. It's going to be empty.
The difference
they
is
never refill it.
We're in a train station.
Yeah. I like this.
By the way, it's supposed to rain for the next 2 or 3 days, like basically the whole time we're here, and no umbrellas yet, so we're on a mission to find umbrellas. Hey, you got a hood? You're cheating.
We've been out of the train system for like 3 minutes, and we found this gorgeous beast. Oh. I don't know what it is, or why it's important, or I know it's pretty, and it definitely feels like Korea. So we've come to our hotel, and I booked this hotel probably 4 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. The door is locked up. There's a ton of furniture just sitting inside that we can see from here, and kind of construction-y looking things, and there's no way for us to ding any bell for anyone to come. We've walked around the perimeter.
There's a gate that's like locked on a door.
Yeah, there's like a store gate that they've pulled down at the other entrance, and there's no one here. Okay, guys. What do we do now?
So it's now 8 o'clock, and we stood here for a while. Like we stood there till 8 o'clock because we're like, okay, maybe it opens at 8. Like it's a hotel. Like hotels close. This is news to me. I guess it does happen sometimes, but like if you're staying here, you can't get in and out. Maybe they give you the key code. I don't know. There's a lot of open questions here. So a very nice man that works at the car park next to us, next to the hotel, told us he's like, it opens at 9. I was like, okay, so we're gonna be not getting in there until 9. We can't check in until like 3 or something, but we were hoping we could leave our bags with them because it's kind of heavy and rainy, and like one less thing would be nice. But yeah, this place looks pretty awesome. It used to be called, tell me if I'm right, it used to be called Hotel Maru?
Guest House Maru.
Guest House Maru, and now it's called the BJ Hotel, or Hostel. So they've just thrown a BJ on the side and locked the doors, and that's all they got.
Sounds like more like a brothel to me.
Seoul has a lot of underground subways and train systems and like shopping malls that are all underground. And a lot of them have got signs on them that says like shelter, and the Japanese actually says like emergency area shelter. And Seoul is not that close to the ocean, and I don't think Korea is famous for like, but not that close to the ocean, so like no tsunamis. And I don't think Korea is famous for earthquakes or things like that. So in my mind, if they have a shelter, it's because they're worried about war more than anything, and that's pretty freaky.
It's really strange to be in these little networks of tunnels that they have with all these shops that are completely closed down and no one is walking around, and it is just empty.
I mean, it's because it's early.
It's early. It's rainy season. Nobody wants to be outside in this, and I kind of feel like we have Seoul to ourselves if we don't get flooded out. Yeah,
what is that noise? Is that rain or is that a train?
It really sounds like a huge wave is coming.
Nope, it's a Zamboni machine.
It's a Zamboni.
I'm not sure if this is gonna give any justice, like the perspective you're gonna have, because I don't have a banana to show, but this is a really, really narrow escalator. This is actually not our first time that we've come to Korea. We were here 6-ish years ago when we were traveling around the world, and we were in Korea for 5 weeks actually. And we went to quite a few of the towns and stuff. South Korea is a pretty small country, so in 5 weeks we covered a lot of it. And we actually ended up going out and coming back to Seoul 3 times. And during that time, I kind of fell in love with Korean sandwiches, and specifically a type of sandwich that we don't have now, but it seems like sandwiches is in the blood. So we found, sorry, the Zamboni machine is going by again. It's really noisy. So we found another place that does sandwiches, and it's like a, what was it called? It was called, oh, I don't remember, Isaac's Toast.
Isaac Toast or something like that, yeah.
And they have a whole variety of different things. It's like a little stand, and we were hoping for a restaurant because we wanted to go in and sit down, put our bags down and relax, but it wasn't that type of place. It was just like an outside stand. But the ladies there were really friendly, and we ordered our sandwiches. And then we brought them down into one of these underground emergency
We're back
shelters.
In the bunker.
Yeah, we're back in the bunker. So this is what we've got. We've got an Isaac's Toasts bag and a sandwich. Oh, this is kind of cool the way it folds over, nice and easy. And I got the ham special, I think. So it's just some ham and some cheese and some pickles and some egg and some cabbage. And it was about $2 or something like that. So, Zamboni machine? The pickles.
I told you, pickles is a big deal to me.
It's a sweet pickle. It's really good. I don't think I've had a sweet pickle in a really long time. I don't know, like a pickle like that? I can't remember the last time I had a pickle like that. What did you get? Was it different?
I just got a hot version of yours, and I don't know what the meat is.
Maybe it's like a Spam type thing?
Maybe. I'm just gonna grab the meat.
That looks like a Spam.
It's like a sausage, very, very spicy. The meat itself is very, very spicy. But everything else is the same as yours, except spicy.
Well, that's an adorable first for me. I've never seen that. You guys all know what I found in the bathroom because I made a video, but Katie doesn't know. And I took a picture with my tablet so I could show her and we can see what she thinks about this. Are you ready?
Well, there's a lot of surprise excitement today.
It's awesome when you go into bathrooms in a new country and you're like, oh, that's a thing I've never seen. Gonna have to make a video. Luckily there was nobody else in there, so I had some privacy. But yeah, anyway, so this is what I'm gonna show Katie. I'll go ahead and put the picture there for you guys, because just to remind you. And now Katie is seeing it. The question I have for you...
Is the little one for me?
Oh God, it's not a love seat, dude.
It looks like a love seat.
No, come on now.
It's a love seat connected by plumbing.
What if I told you that there's actually not a tiny toilet there, there's just a giant toilet?
It's for you.
What did you find?
Street food. There was a older lady. She was making like pastries, some of which I've kind of seen in Japan, of like taiyaki, where you take like a fish mold, a metal fish mold, and you fill it with batter, and it makes a pancake that usually has like a delicious filling inside in the shape of a fish. One that I had found out about is this little cake that I have here that I think has an egg on top. I'm not really sure.
Is it an egg or some sort of filling?
It certainly looks like an egg.
Is it warm?
It does not smell like an egg. Yes, it is warm. You should touch.
Oh. That feels very nice with the rainy day. Mm-hmm. It's not cold today, but it's a little brisk because of the wetness.
Oh, definitely an egg.
Oh, it's like a fried. Oh wow, look at that, or a boiled egg, hard-boiled egg.
And it's
Is it sweet?
It's a sweet cake that I've had before. But I can't nail it down.
It looks amazing.
Kind of like a sweet cornbread.
How much was it, do you know?
It was $1.
Okay, nice. Or, well, less than $1. When we say $1, we mean 88 cents, I think, right? Isn't that what we looked up? Wow.
So I saw this, and my guidebook didn't recommend where to get it, and I saw that lady and I beelined for it. I was done. I waited to get some change from my dollar. I did not get any change from my dollar. But that's okay. This is quite big and delicious, so that's all right. Keep the change.
We rolled back over to the hotel about 9:30, I guess, and they were opened, and we came in, and the very, very friendly, helpful people were like, you can't check in until 3, and then he checked. He's like, oh, you can check in 10 minutes. So we just waited, and we checked in, and now we're in the room, and everything went swell. I think that what would solve all these problems, like of us not being able to get in the morning and stuff, is if there just was a doorbell. If there was a doorbell, all this would be solved.
Well, even if they had a doorbell, if the staff isn't here.
I mean, somebody's got to be here, right? It's a hotel. They don't just leave all the customers here.
There'd be riots. I would take all of the hotels in the hotel.
Show us around the room.
Oh, okay. Well, around the room, done.
Yeah, so like I'm in the corner, so you can see.
The bed is rather big. I am pleased with the size of this bed.
Yeah.
And this is what sold me.
The size of the bed?
The cleanliness of the bed in the picture just made me go, oh my god, I want to sleep in that bed.
It does look reasonably clean.
Yeah,
It looks nice.
I haven't jumped in it yet though, so I'm excited about the bed. We actually have a refrigerator, which will probably go to no use, but will make that noise all night long. A table and some other things. Air conditioning. And the bathroom leaves a little to be desired, such as a light.
Yeah, I don't know where the light switch is.
Is it on this wall?
We always do this, don't we?
Is it by the door?
Maybe it is this one? Nope.
That is not helping.
This one?
There we go.
Okay. So, hold on a second here. I just realized this. If I close this door...
I'm gonna watch you poop.
Yeah, this isn't okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna hang a towel.
Yeah.
Got a system.
You're gonna hang a towel. Hopefully we get towels.
Oh yeah,
I
Korea.
haven't
Sometimes they
seen
don't
any
give you
of that.
towels. They give you these little tiny ones.
Korea tends to give the small towels.
Yeah.
Like the hand towels.
We brought
which,
towels.
That's fine, and we brought towels, so whatever.
But the problem is...
But another thing that tends to happen in Korean bathrooms is that the shower and the toilet are friends.
Yeah.
I searched, looking around, trying to find things that either separated them or whatever. The pictures that I saw of this place gave me the impression that either the shower was much farther away from the toilet in some units, or it had a shower curtain.
Why do you not like this? Explain.
Well, one, I don't like for my feet to get wet when I go near the toilet.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You get
matter
up
if
in the
it's
middle
the
of the night or
cleanest
whatever.
water in the world. I don't want my feet to get wet.
Yeah.
Just because I have to go to
Well,
the bathroom.
you got slippers over here.
And
You put those guys on.
but there's holes in the bottom of those slippers. I also don't like for my butt to get wet when I go to the bathroom. I would say that it doesn't really bother me the toilet being around while I'm taking a shower, because I feel like everything's going down and I don't have to worry about that. But
No. There was this one place in Indonesia where the water was just barely dripping out of the thing, and you had to like straddle over the toilet, and like it was the worst thing in the world.
oh gosh, I used to have that in the name of that hotel, like
Rinka.
that was the name of the island.
I think it was
But
Rinka.
I call it the Rambutan in my head. It starts with an R, and that's why we're both doing
Yeah.
R things. But it's
Rima.
Rima.
Yep.
Oh, or no.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anywho,
Don't go there.
Don't go there. Dear God, wow, it was really bad. And I would say that this is leaps and bounds better than that, but still leaves a good bit to be desired on the bathroom front. But I'm excited about everything else, especially getting out of this hotel room and going to find something fun to do. I found the towels. Here it is. Are you ready? I wanted to do the unveiling with everyone, so here we go. I got one corner, I got another corner. Voila! It doesn't even go all the way around. Nah, you're rocking the crack. But I mean, it's absorbent, and the quality of the towel feels better than I thought it would. Yeah, just the size. It's gonna be a little exposing.
I might use my towel that I brought.
Hold on. Can you cover all the bits?
You can cover all the
Alright,
bits.
You can cover all the bits. You can take this in public.
What about the crack?
That's already public. I pressed some hands. We're at Deoksugung Palace. I'm gonna try my best. That's the best I can do, is my best. And I really enjoy that here on the grounds they have different types of buildings. Here you have Korea, and over here you have Washington, D.C.
Oh, it's Obama House, man.
Obama! We're gonna go check out what's going on in D.C. So back in the day, 1500s and whatnot, late 1500s, people started fighting over this area after the invasion of Japan. And it seems that this place became the center of imperialness. And two kings ended up residing over this area, and during that time many missionaries and diplomats came and they built up shop here inside this imperial area, and it made the layout of the area very strange, and it also made this like clash, this very strange clash between cultures but together. And they've kind of held on to that, which is a good thing, because it's actually pretty cool to walk past Asia and go right into your own culture. That does not happen very often, so I feel at home. But if I walk 10 feet over there, I won't.
Well, you do live in Asia.
What was I thinking about the other day? Oh, I was thinking we were leaving to go to Korea, and I thought, oh, we're gonna step out of our culture for a while. I'm not in my culture, but I'm in. I realized I live in kind of my own no man's land. And that was a little strange.
We're in the subway system, and like I said earlier, like they're also, they double as a like emergency evacuation type area, and as you can see behind me, what we've got is, they call them smoke masks, but I wonder if what they mean is gas masks. Because, I mean, this is all not burnable stuffs. I mean, I guess there could be a fire, but does concrete and stuff burn? So maybe they're worried more about like gas attacks and stuff, which, I mean, I guess if you had like you know, an immature whiny neighbor to the north, that's something you gotta worry about. Doesn't look like there's enough masks in there for everybody on this train though.
We've come to the food market area here in Seoul. I'm not sure if this area is for visitors or tourists or things like that. I get the impression that this place is more for restaurants and people who live here and cook for a large family. Those kinds of people come here. We got on the train and there was a bazillion old people. So I kind of expected to see like a lot of old lady stuff, but so far not so much old lady stuff, but a good amount of food, and we're gonna get deeper and see what we can find here in the markets.
It looks like restaurant stuffs. Like, I think we just rolled into a Costco, basically.
It smells like pho, like strong pho right here. Oh,
I think it's
hungry.
I think it's this green stuff. It might be lunchtime on its way, son.
Yeah, for real. One thing that I am really loving about Korea is I can come and stand next to all this product, and this lady is not jumping at me. She's not trying to sell me on anything as she would in some countries if she lived there. Also, she's kind of just doing her own darn thing. Talking on her cell phone and spending her time, you know, she doesn't have to be doing anything particular at the moment. She's talking, she's doing things, and I kind of like that. It feels free for me, and it feels free for her. And I haven't felt that in a little while.
I'll tell you one thing that's not free, this $10 bag of nuts.
That price is nuts. The market has kind of exploded. We walked like maybe a block, and then all of a sudden there were just shops everywhere and produce everywhere and lots of things I want to eat but have no reason to eat them or any way to really cook them. And we came up to these 3 piles of what you might say could be poop. I don't know, it really looked like that, and the smell wasn't telling me not poop. It was telling me tasty poop is what it was telling me, because I know I've eaten that and I've liked that.
Wait, tasty poop?
Yeah, I've never had the overwhelming stench of it in its purest form. The piles were actually miso, and the man who runs the little shop was explaining to us like the names in Korean and also telling us like, this is what it is in Japanese, it's miso, and we're like, oh, that's why we know what it is. And he told us a lot more about it and its fermentedness, and then we talked about natto, and we all agreed natto does not smell good. And yeah, so that miso is all up in my nose right now. Ugh.
Natto may not smell good, but this market smells amazing. Like, it's really bright, like with the different colors of everything that you see. So it's like a feast for the eyes, and the people are kind of like, not aggressive, but like chatty, and like there's a lot of energy in the people, so there's a feast for the ears. But the best feast is for the nostrils, because every time you turn the corner or walk past another stall, you smell something completely new. Like lots of different spices or lots of different vegetables and fruits. And this miso that we walked past, I'm smelling it right now. It's like the little breeze is coming through here and it's just kicking it right up my nose. And it's just really, really exciting.
Tasty poop. We walked past this stall that just looked like mad science, and when that happens, you kind of just got to sit down and let the scientist show you what she can do. And what she can do is this.
Among other things.
Yes, there's a lot of things going on, but we've ordered red beans, and I think something like mochi is inside. And I believe that this is pumpkin, and it's just kind of a stewed concoction of each, and I believe rice might be in it, or it's just baby food.
I'm betting it's really good. That's going to be my bet. Is it warm?
Oh yeah, it's warm.
Is it good?
Little bit of rice, totally baby food.
Really?
It's all baby food.
Is that good or bad?
Baby's so lucky. And you can see the heat coming off of it. I don't know if you can. But,
Yeah, I can.
And this it smells like black beans. It's not sweet beans. Kind of reminds me of a burrito. That kind of smell.
Like a pinto bean?
Black bean. No, maybe pinto bean.
So it's not sweet.
Not sweet. Like wholesome, dark, not really that salty. And the little ball wasn't mochi, it was more like a long steamed potato.
Oh, interesting.
I'd say they're equal in how much they make me happy. Some lovely ladies just gave us our first kimchi of the trip, and
Is it spicy?
a little bit spicy, but really good full flavor. Like doesn't leave any in.
이렇게 먹고 이거 먹고.
Oh, back and forth, back and
Ah.
So they're telling me this will heat up your mouth, and then that will cool down your mouth. They're pretty smart ladies.
On your kimchi scale, how good is it? I mean, the atmosphere is like 20.
Yeah. Definitely 9.5. Like, I know that there's better, but I have never tasted it. Apparently, there are some depths to the market, so we're going downstairs.
Oh,
They've
we're
already been offered a dead chicken for 3,000 won. It's a steal.
So on the main level, it's kind of like the outside-ish sort of area. It's all like vegetables and stuff like that. And there was a little bit of meat and stuff. But the basement level is things that used to be alive and like have thoughts, such as whatever this thing is.
That's a stingray.
Is it a stingray?
That's amazing.
Yeah, wow, look at that. Look at how big that one is, dude.
I have never seen this for sale. I'm glad it came downstairs. Thanksgiving just got a whole lot better.
Look at that bird.
That's a turkey and a cornucopia. I am well impressed.
What is a cornucopia?
You don't know what a cornucopia is?
No, is it like a thing the girl rolls on her
like
leg when she gets married?
It's
or
like
a prom thing? Carnation? No, it's carnation.
Yeah.
What's
or
a cornucopia?
cummerbund. So I don't know. Cornucopia is like this twisty little. It's like a gourd, but like a.
Is it a Thanksgiving thing?
Like something made out of sticks. So like, yeah, it's something for Thanksgiving, and then you fill it with things, and you put it on the table as a display. And instead, you should do this with your time.
They've also got one of these things. I don't know what these look like. The kind of thing you would buy and take to a party or something. And they've got one that's got like an octopus and a bunch of fish jammed into it, and like shrimp and stuff. So like you can get turkeys or an octopus or like dates and stuff over here. It's a really strange combination of stuff. I kind of want to eat like all of it, but just one piece. But I don't see a way to do that. I don't want to eat the octopus. No, that's all you, bro.
I don't even want to eat it either. It's freaking me out. So the basement goes on, and then you hit this line of ingredients that are just sitting on a table, and you kind of just watch what they're doing, and then you hear somebody say bibimbap, and you say to yourself, I love bibimbap. And I am in a place that is like the core of what bibimbap must be. It is being cooked just so to perfection of what should be done with bibimbap. There's like 15 different ingredients that are going into it, and it's gonna get cooked in this like bowl that is filled with lightning. I don't know. I'm really excited about it, and the people who work here seem pretty darn legit, and people are walking by with food on their head, and oh my goodness. I've ordered one. I don't really know how that's going. I'm gonna reorder one and see how that goes.
It's like a bibimbap laboratory with the stuff that's going on. This big line of ingredients and all this fire happening, and they're like boiling things and like cooking eggs, and it's just madness. It's really, really amazing. And part of what's really, really cool about this is we can't communicate with anybody at all, like zero. Like there is no way for us to like express anything except for Katie said bibimbap and held up one, and then here it comes. That's so fun because like there's so much mystery, but like everybody's got a common goal, like have a good time and like get some bibimbap in your mouth, you know what I mean?
I am so glad I didn't fill myself up on beans. This is the meal I've been looking forward to, and I can't believe we're 12 hours in or however many hours we're in, and we're already doing it. I am ecstatic, and it looks amazing, and I am mixing. There we go. Got it. Mix it up. So we definitely got some rice down on the bottom. We've got hot sauce. We've got leeks. We've got some sort of like friend of cucumber or zucchini, eggplant. I've never seen that before. A little bit of kimchi. Obviously some bean sprouts and a fried egg and some seaweed. Eric's gonna love that. And some more leafy greens.
Cilantro or something again?
I don't see cilantro. You'd be smelling it at this point. Yeah.
It comes out in this hot like plate, and they cook it on a fire and then just bring it straight out to you.
It is a very dangerous meal, and I think that's part of why I like it. I have to be careful in how I touch it, and I've got to mix it around quickly so I don't ruin it. And yeah, I love this.
It's a very active meal.
A very active meal, and it came with lots and lots of sides.
Yeah.
This is like friend of kimchi that has, I assume this is daikon or giant radish, lotus root or something like that. Not lotus root.
Some sort of thing.
I'm stuck in Japanese. I can't get out of it, which has been the case for a lot of things happening here. Just an easy soup with a lot of greens. I don't know if that's how you drink it. I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, you get there's spoons. Like I don't know what the etiquette is.
The spoon seems too big for this bowl.
I bet you just stepped into a leaf soup, tree soup. Like
definitely tree soup.
Yeah.
Came with more kimchi and some of our tasty poop.
Yeah, some miso. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with the miso. Does it just taste like normal miso?
Mix it in to here or there. Wow.
Is it good?
That's some fresh poo. Oh my goodness. It's definitely really good, but there's something about it that's a little more non-manufactured. Like, it's like it came from upstairs as opposed to it came from the supermarket. That is... It's not finely pasted. There's bits and pieces to it, and that's really lovely.
And a minute ago, I saw a lady just chomp into one of these things and eat it like it was like a pickle. You might die.
It's just green pepper.
It's just, oh, okay, it's not spicy.
The seeds might be, but as from what I can tell right now, no.
Oh, so it's just refreshing.
It's good refreshing.
Oh, nice.
But let's get to the main event here. So you mix it, it gets nice and cooked on its own. This is as the chef recommends. You put it onto your plate because you don't share. I don't know if you lick your fingers, but I did. And then you get your awesome Korean chopsticks. Gotta get the egg. Show off your embarrassing chopstick skills.
You've been looking forward to this.
I have. I'm gonna say it's an overwhelming vegetable flavor, which is a flavor I've come to love a lot more over like the last 2 years or so. So I like that. And it hits the back of the tongue with a little bit of spark. Usually spice hits the front of my tongue, but it's hitting the back of my tongue. And that's surprising. A very dark green flavor, I would say, is what I get from that.
Is that what you were looking for?
That's a really good question. I don't know what I was looking for.
You seem unfounded.
You know what? I was looking for how they do it. I've seen how Japanese people do it, because that's really where I've had bibimbap is in Japan. I wanted to see how Korean people in the guts of a market are making this, and I have. And I would say from now on, I'm going to judge everything by this. And I'm pretty happy to have found this. I feel really lucky right now.
We asked the people next to us what you do with the miso paste, and they said that you take the pepper and you put the pepper in the miso paste and eat it, and it's amazing like this. It's really, really a good combination.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my eye open for stuff like this in the future.
Glad you went downstairs?
Every single part of me is happy that I went down there. My nose was accosted by a bunch of funky things that were down there. My eyes were latching on to other people's eyes and really enjoying them, and my ears were hearing people laugh and enjoy themselves down there and having their bibimbap. My mouth, we don't even need to go there. I didn't really touch anything. I wanted to touch an octopus because there were a bunch of octopuses down there, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I'm pretty sure every time I think about touching an octopus, I'm pretty sure I die in this scenario. Like the octopus just takes me out. And these octopi were like this big. They weren't very big at all, and I still felt like it's over. It's just gonna suction right onto my face and beat me to death.
It's one of those times where we just took a turn out of the market down a random little like alleyway, and there's a whole bunch of just friendly like people that look like they're, I don't know, like 190 years old, like saying hello to us and stuff. It's really, really friendly people. I love little alleyways like this. We talk about that all the time, but there's just something about like you're in reality now. Like it's like this is some real deal like alleyway business.
This market boasts 700 vendors. I think I may have seen 175. I can't even imagine how big this place is. And that is only this market. It also has a twin market that sits next to it. I don't even know which one we're in at the moment. It is a cluster of commerce. So many people.
Just half.
Just half. I don't need a whole dog. I was only asking how much a quarter costs, but now I gotta up my game if I'm gonna show her that she's not right about my dog buying intentions.
Are you ready? We've wandered into I think it's a different market now. It has a much different feel where the market before felt kind of segregated, like vegetables here and meat here and bibimbap here. This area feels more like everything is just a mesh together. Like there's a vegetable stand and there's a meat stand and then there's another stand and then there's another stand and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm not 100% sure, and I feel almost racist saying this, but I think there's a lady selling dog. Like, and I don't mean like a pet shop. I mean like pieces of a dog, like that she's hacking up with a cleaver.
Santa's little helper.
Yeah, like yeah, and the you can see the hind leg basically, and it's just like that's not a hoof, you know what I mean? Like that's a paw, and she was pretty not friendly. Like, this lady didn't want to be filmed or anything. But earlier I saw something very similar, and I took a photo of it because there was nobody around really. I don't know why I didn't make a video. I should have made a video there. But I have a photo that I'll overlay the photo, and I'll put that here in a few seconds. So if you don't want to see the hacked up hindquarters of what I think might be a dog, you just don't look for a minute. And dog. Okay, now the picture is down. So you can look now if you are ready to get back to the screen. So yeah, that's a thing that might be happening. I don't know if that's a pig.
I know that it's a thing that is happening.
Yeah, you know that? Like,
yeah. I work with a Korean girl,
Yeah.
and she told me like she's had dog a few times here.
Oh,
She
okay.
got tricked into it the first time that she ate it, and I don't know if she liked it or didn't like it, but she's eaten it since. And it's not something weird here.
yeah, I mean, you know, like whatever. Again, like
You know, like,
you eat pig, you eat sheep, you eat like cow.
and some people eat duck, and some people eat octopus, and some people eat squid, and
Yeah, but it is fascinating
yeah.
to actually see it. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
I had not seen that until today.
Yeah. Would you eat it?
Yes. I don't discriminate. It's all worth a try.
Rock on, bro.
Gotta find that good flavor.
We're taking a stroll from that intense market area, kind of through like a residential area with parks and stuff, just like a really, like kind of that middle area where people are living and stuff, and we're going to another place, and I don't really remember where we're going. I'm pretty tired. We've been awake a long time, and I decided to wake myself up a bit. I was gonna break into something I found at a convenience store earlier. Bladow. I thought it was over. I was sure of it.
I was just gonna record the damage.
So this is yogurt jelly. So these little yogurt things are really, really good. We get them in Japan as well, but the first time I ever encountered them was here. And we called them breast milks. I don't remember why. But
Because you seem to think that breast milks should taste like that. Like breast
they're
milk
really
should
good.
taste like that.
Really good, yeah. So I mean, breasts are good, right? Milk is all right, so I figured.
And the milk of the breast should be just as good.
So jelly apparently in this particular situation means gummy, which makes me very happy because I love gummy. Gummy is like the best substance man has ever invented.
Some bad cameraing. I ran into a speed bump.
That's one of the best gummies I've ever had. It's, oh my god, you gotta get down on this, man. You gotta hit this. This bad cameraing. There we go. Am I right? Like that's on point.
It's good shape. Like along like a Swedish fish. Good texture, a little squishier than I'd like, but
No, you gotta have a good squish. It's gotta be the right squish. That's the right squish.
I think that Swedish fish are the right squish.
Swedish fish are good in their own right. I'm not gonna lie.
So good.
But the flavor of this is it tastes
It tastes just like the breast
breast
milks. It's really, we really do call them that. Okay, we should end this. We spent our time with the old ladies this afternoon, enjoying ourselves, filling up on bibimbap, and just hiding away from the rain. And after we were done, I decided, you know, if we walked about 1 kilometer to this station, it'd be a little bit in the rain, but we'd be fine, and we can go on to another covered adventure. The rain stopped halfway through this adventure, and I realized that now we're going to a mall, and the weather really isn't that bad. And I'm sitting here going, but this mall is turning out to be pretty darn interesting. They have created a mall out of containers that would have been put on container ships and things like that. Do you put containers on other things?
Trucks.
On trucks. Good. So this place is called Common Ground, and there's just tons of containers and different shops inside, different restaurants, and a lot of open air on the top of this place. Just, it's breathable and nice, so I was kind of feeling bad, like, oh, we're going to a mall and we're just gonna stand inside, but we're actually outside and we're getting a view from above, which is kind of nice. We haven't had that yet, and I'm not disappointed, but I want to go and adventure more than this.
We have limited time, so it's like you really want to like pack in as much crazy stuff as you can, but also I'm really tired right now. Really exhausted, so I think I'm okay with it just being kind of chill for the moment.
I'm on my third wind.
Are you? Has it
Yeah.
kicked in?
Yeah.
I think I need food and water.
I got a little tired on the plane, like micro tired. And then I hit my second wind, and I think we ate the bibimbap, and I basically was kind of comatose, I think, for a few moments. But yeah, third wind, and now I'm looking for some coffee.
This place has a vastly different feel. It's not like pieces of animals and stuff all over the place and fish and like all that kind of grit stuff. It's more like young people on dates and like hip people and like fashionable people and stuff. Like basically the polar opposite of where we were a couple of hours ago. It's pretty cool that you don't have to do that much traveling to have that big of a change in what types of things you see. Having walked around this common ground area a little bit, we've kind of decided that it's sort of like a lot of foreigner food. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot of
It's
like,
locals' ability to escape their own culture.
yeah, well,
Like,
yeah, kind of.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
totally understand that. Believe me, we eat a lot of foreign food when we're in Japan, and
And in America.
you know, I certainly, and in America.
So, yeah,
that's
but
not bad. But
there's doesn't seem like there's Korean food here as much as there is. They have like American barbecue, and I saw some sushi places,
The taco
and
place.
yeah, there's a taco place and stuff like that. And I mean, that totally fits like what they're going for here. But we're gonna have to dive in a little deeper into Korea as opposed to high fashion, like, you know, modernism, to find something that is going to be worthy of a meal here.
Karaoke is done a little bit different in Korea, and I actually had a conversation with an old dude who's lived in Japan for a really long time, and he explained to me that karaoke used to be done by song in Japan. And that's how they do it here in Korea. You walk into a little booth here in an arcade, and you drop in money just like a video game, and then you can select the song that you want to sing, and you pay 500 won, which is about 50 cents, and you get to sing your song, and then you're off. You don't have to stay all night and pay an extraordinary fee, which is definitely fun for an all-nighter if you want to pull one. But if you just want to have 3 songs and then you're off, which I do, you can just come into a game center and sing your heart out and then go have some food. So that's what we're going to do right now. And we're going to do some Taylor Swift. We're gonna shake it off right now. You have to click all the buttons until something happens, so you push the buttons.
Is that random?
First try.
Did it happen? Nice.
Don't stop me now if you wanna have a good time. Just give me a call. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. La 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 I bet my score is based on the laws. You gotta nail those laws, motherfucker. Curse words.
It's kind of funny that we said that we didn't want to eat like a foreign type food. We wanted to find Korean food, and we accidentally kind of ended up eating kind of a foreign food. So we saw this noodle place, and it looked like it had kind of like a faux thing, and then we looked in our magazine and they described something very similar and said that it was like a Korean like udon type dish. So we thought, oh, maybe it's like a Korean dish like mixed with pho or something. And I'm feeling like really tired, so I was like, I don't want something like dangerous, like super spicy or something that I'm not familiar with. So it was like a chicken soup, and I was like, okay, I'll try the chicken soup. Turned out basically just to be kind of bad pho. It was really, really peppery, and that was kind of exciting, but the noodles were just not cooked all the way through, and the staff was really rude with Katie, and she's kind of upset about that, and it was just not really a very good experience. But I ate something, I feel a little bit better now, and I'm gonna head home, and I'm just gonna try to get some sleep, and then we'll kick it off again tomorrow. Yeah, it was just, oh, the reason there's no video like of me in there is because the music in there is like ridiculously loud, like ridiculously loud music. So I just shot some overlay shots and here we are.
At dinner, I kind of lost my appetite, so I didn't end up finishing what I had ordered. And when we came back to the hotel, I went out on the hunt for something to eat, and I ended up finding something that in a way killed two birds with one stone. The menu item called this ramen tteokbokki. And tteokbokki is the mochi that you see down at the bottom. It's kind of floppy, gelatinous rice deliciousness. And also the ramen that they're talking about, as you can see there's ramen in the bowl, it's talking about like top ramen, like the 19-cent a pack ramen. Not like nice ramen, like just get some noodles in there, even if they aren't healthy, who cares? And this also comes with some tofu in it as well. And I was told by a friend who lived here for a while that this is Korean comfort food. When they don't feel well, they have a soup that's made with these items in it. So this is kind of like a brothless version of it, which I'm really enjoying. It's given me an intense kick in the mouth of heat. It is delicious, and I wanted to try the soup with the noodles, and I also wanted to have tteokbokki. So this is perfect.
Got a couple of pokies.
Sorry, I got stuck on pokies. Wow, everybody, Eric is back from Hokkaido. And that's the reason for my hair today. That's Eric's back from Hokkaido hair. And hopefully you're enjoying the beginning of Seoul and our exciting adventure there. We had so much fun. If you're digging it, certainly subscribe to our channel so that you can find out more, or like it, give it a thumbs up so that other people can find out about it, and maybe they'll get inspired to have a lot of kimchi and go to our Facebook and chat with more people, and join us on Patreon so we can make more amazing videos like the one you just saw. We love doing that, and we'd love to continue doing that. We've got some questions.
Where are we? Can you explain where we are?
We are on the highest hill next to the Yamanote line. And it's called Hakone Yama. And I actually used to work with a girl who is Hakone-san. So we're on her hill right now. And I like that.
Apparently they're gonna give us a certificate or something.
Yeah,
right?
you can walk like a kilometer from here, and you could lie and say that you climbed to the top of it, even if you didn't climb to the top of it, and they'll give you a certificate. So we're gonna see if we can score a certificate later.
We didn't get a certificate for getting to the top of Fuji, but they're gonna give us one for this 44 meters, this hill.
You could have like gotten a stick at the top of the hill, and
Yeah,
they would have burned in. Yeah, you had to buy it.
Yeah, and then they burn it or something.
There's a stamp up there somewhere. There's a stamp.
And there's a geocache, sort of.
Yeah, I got that geocache.
Anyway, so there's actually two questions, and they sort of tie into each other. Danielle from Patreon says, what websites do we use for booking flights and hotels? And
Flights, Skyscanner.
Oh, really?
And proprietary websites for low-cost carriers like Peach and
you go straight to their
JetBlue. Yeah, I always go to Skyscanner. And a thing that I learned is
Skyscanner like an orbit type thing where it's like a
yeah,
whole,
it goes to a whole bunch of different websites, and it is the cheapest by far that I've noticed, having done lots and lots and lots and lots of searches. But I also did some research. Guys should be looking for flights in incognito mode. Okay, do that. That's important.
Really? Oh, because it keeps track of it. People looked at it already.
I don't know how much that helps, but that's what I heard. So do it. Hotels.
Hotels is kind of hotels. When I was hitchhiking, I used Booking.com a couple times. I used Airbnb a lot. That's gotten actually pretty popular in America too. or in Japan as well, and it has mixed results, I think, but it's always worth checking. And then couch surf, I think only once when I was hitchhiking, but we've done it a few times now, maybe a handful of times.
Yeah,
but I guess if you're looking for hotels, Booking.com seems pretty good, right?
I don't use anything else.
Really?
Like if I would just walk to the hotel then.
Yeah, that's another option, but that can be problematic if there's a big matsuri or something, or a big festival, and then you can't find a place because there's no beds. I had that problem a couple times. You'll see that's coming soon.
I lied. I use Rakuten, which is like
Amazon.com
Amazon for Japan.
Yeah.
So I've used that, and we ended up at a very, very small hotel, but it was very, very cheap.
Is that in Osaka?
So that was in Sapporo when we went to the snow festival.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
that was okay.
small,
That was at Rakuten
but it
thing?
was incredibly cheap.
Okay.
It was good.
And then my bot shut off. Hold on a second.
I know the question, but you find out the person.
Yeah. Amy, Anime Starwind from YouTube said, on smaller weekend trips, I've noticed that you two just go. You plan on the road when you get to your destination, which I love, by the way. Totally something I would do. Do you apply this to longer trips as well? Or for those longer trips like the Okinawa trip that we went on, do you plan out where you're going to stay before leaving? There's a little bit of confusion there, I think.
This shows that I do a really good job, and that people don't think as much planning is going into it as is. I don't know how to say this, but I put a lot of planning into every trip that we do, from the point of how we'll get there to how we'll get home.
But not big trips, Philippines and stuff. That opens up a little bit.
It does open up a little bit because there's more time.
But basically any trip that we go on in Japan, you plan that.
I analyze the crap out of it. I buy books. I read those books.
We buy
They're
these-
in Japanese.
Yeah, these Japanese travel magazines that we use.
Yeah, and I'm in love with them. I look at
they're awesome.
every single page, every item that I can understand something about, and I'll flag it, and I end up making like a colored map so that when we go somewhere, I know, all right, we're in this bracket, what's there to do in this bracket? And then we go. So in a way it is kind of free because I only know what is available, and we go and do what is available from where we are, unless there's something incredible that like, okay, well, this can't be missed, that goes in red.
Yeah.
Once it's in red, you have to go and do it.
But like
Green,
the Okinawa videos, those have all been posted at this point. So like we went to that island, that first island that we went to, we just knew to go to that area.
yeah.
And then from there we kind of like, you had all this stuff marked and we knew we could hit this and this and this and this. And the same thing when we went to the other islands, or when we were in Naha in the main city, like we knew, okay, we're in this neighborhood, so we could open the book up and we could see like what had been marked and found interesting, and then we could go do it. So it's kind of a mixture of...
Okinawa was actually kind of hard because it was saying that it was going to rain so much while we were there,
It
so I
didn't rain.
kept structuring our stuff to hold off on outdoor things, hold off on this outdoor thing, and it didn't end up raining, and that was really stressful because I had so many things that I
Too much
wanted to do. It's so much sun. Planning can be very stressful for me. I was actually up late pretty much every night trying to plot out the next day, but I like that. I like that feeling. I like that stress.
So, and like if we go to like a Japanese city or something for the weekend, you tend to have like a pretty hard, like...
I will know we need to walk here.
Yeah.
We will hit
That's
9
really locked
places
down.
today, and I will lock it down.
Yeah.
And I guess it does seem like, oh, we're just walking, but it's pretty planned out walking.
Yeah.
Like, we're thinking about doing a Tokyo Ward video coming at some point in time, like maybe doing it in the future, like this weekend or next weekend, and I'm already like, okay, well, I've got 5 days to plan. That means I'm going to need to get this book, and I'll have to read it on the train at this speed, and I will have to circle all these things.
And the Ward videos are really locked down. You tend to have it like...
Oh yeah, because
So,
there's no reason.
Basically, the shorter the trip we have, the more planned it is.
Yeah.
Because if it's a one-day trip or something just in Tokyo, you plan out like every moment.
Yeah.
And then if it's like a trip where we're going someplace for just the weekend or 3 days or something, it's pretty planned, but not super planned.
A little more flexibility.
Okinawa had quite a bit of flexibility, but there was a lot of planning that, like, for preparation, I guess.
Yeah, and then connecting the dots.
At the very end of the line is things like the Philippines or something, or like Vietnam, where we have a very rough idea of what we're going to do before we go, and then it just sort of goes.
But I find that that's such a compliment that people are like, oh, you're just doing it on a whim. I don't make it look as stressed as it is in my head.
Yeah, no, maybe what it looks like is just we don't have any idea what we're doing.
Perfect.
Yeah, so and when I went on my trip to hitchhike, it was like I woke up in the morning, I was like, where am I gonna go? And I really had no idea at all. Like basically for the month.
He said I would hate that.
Yeah.
And I probably would have.
You know, we gotta go on a long trip sometime with no time limit, where I do all the planning, and you just go for the ride.
Okay, I'm
Would you
in.
go nuts?
Probably, but I'm in.
All right, so
I'm waving goodbye now.
you're ready to goodbye? Yeah. So there's gonna be a lot of videos about the hitchhiking experience. They're gonna be coming up, and I haven't quite decided like at what rate I'm gonna upload them or anything, but there's a lot of it. I actually shot like 0.5 terabyte of footage for that month, which is a tremendous amount. So I'm gonna be working on that, and then also in between things, there's also gonna be at least 1 or 2 more Seoul videos coming, and then from there, I don't quite know what's coming up.
I'm in the Seoul videos.
Yeah, she's in the Seoul videos. I'm in the hitchhiking videos. I'm also in the Seoul videos.
There might also be some other random awesomeness in the hitchhiking videos.
Is there? What do you mean?
Well, you needed a co-star, so I'm assuming we'll find some
They're
co-stars.
co-stars. This is
What?
a solo thing, man. This
Oh
is my,
man, all by yourself.
It's my solo album, man.
One is the loneliest number.
All right, there's a little cool butterfly.
Ciao ciao.
Cho-cho. All right, thanks guys. Bye.
Bye.